So when you show up at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, you are looking for one thing more than anything else, and that is innovation. And of course, here at the App Resource Connect, we are always looking for the innovators in the mobile app space. And I came upon this booth. This is Traitify, and they are leading the charge in personality API.
Of course.
That's great. We can edit it out, you know. So I am here with Josh Spears. Josh, welcome to the App Resource Connect.
Happy to be here.
And he has a special role at Traitify. It sounds like he's the lead tech evangelist and the CFO. So he's thinking with both halves of his brain. Tell us a little bit about this fantastic new app.
Sure. So Traitify is the world's first personality API, and we make assessments available in a very unique way. So we tackle it all visually. Kind of the Tinderization of things, if you can think of it. So we show a user an image, and they have a choice between saying me or not me based upon their reaction to that image. We then collect personality data behind the scenes based upon their interactions. We make this available via an API to developers to embed in their applications so they can start to collect that data about their users and use it for rich personalization.
There we go. And it's really leading edge, like where psychology, market research blends with personalized mobile experience. And I'm going to do something with you, Josh, that I've never done before. I'm going to go behind the camera during this interview so you can show this app. Hang on, folks. We'll be right back. Here we go. Live in effect. All right, Josh. Show us this fantastic app.
So this is an example of how a user might interact with our product. So we show an image, beautiful big image, and they have a choice of saying either me or not me. As you can see, it's very quick, very easy to use. Our assessments typically range between 20 and 50 images and take between a minute and a minute and a half to complete. So it's a very easy way to onboard a user during a registration process and collect some really interesting, rich data without having to go through tedious form fields.
Wow, so it seems to me that Traitify is at this leading edge of personalizing the app experience. And where exactly does this information go? How does this information impact the developer, the publisher, the people who are making the app and the people who are trying to monetize? How does it impact them?
Sure, so often developers are very focused on getting users. They want to get that 100 million user mark, but they get those users and often they don't understand who they have.
Yes, they go away.
Yes. So,
hey, gentlemen, we're recording an interview. Just one sec, okay? No, you're fine. Okay.
So what we want to do is we want to enable those developers to really understand who they have in their user base. We want to give them the power to engage, to interact with, and to market to those users to create value.
Awesome.
We understand that users are people, and we want to get to the core of what makes them human.
Well, hold on. Repeat that for the audience.
Users are people.
Users are people too. Yes, that's something that doesn't get said
Not just
enough.
a number, not just a metric.
Just consumers,
exactly.
Not just the user is a person with a personality. And really, this is the leading edge of mobile. So since we're looking into the future, let's talk about some predictions for 2015.
Sure.
What do you see coming down the pipe as a CFO for Traitify?
Sure. So with us, I really see personality becoming something that's more of a buzzword, more understood. A lot of what we've done in the last year, in 2014, is educate people about what is personality, why is it powerful, and now that it's able to be utilized through our API, how can it really help developers create a rich, powerful experience for those users. So I think now that we've done a lot of education, we've been known in the community, we're going to see a lot of applications use our API and develop some great things.
Well, that's great. So we're talking about the full life cycle of an app. What steps along that full life cycle does Traitify address?
So we really address not only the onboarding and gathering that data about the user upon registration, but then trying to take that user and monetize and actually figure out how to create value for your company through that user. And it's not just making money off the user, it's creating an experience for the user that's valuable so that they want to interact with your app, that they want to come back to your app and spend money because you're giving them something that's increasingly valuable that they can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, it's taking the app from a tool to from a transaction to a tool.
Exactly.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yep.
Now, with that in mind, if I were a new developer and I was sitting down and talking to Traitify, what would you tell me as far as the early stage of a life cycle, how to incorporate your product?
Sure. I mean, so it really comes down to ROI for app developers. Using this, you drastically increase your chances of a conversion. So if you're giving a user personalized content, personalized. For instance, let's use a daily deal, for example. Daily deal sites send out emails every morning, hoping that you'll click on it. They just blast it out, shotgun blast.
Yeah.
We want to be that precision, think of it as a sniper rifle, to go along with a shotgun blast analogy. We're going to target that user, give them exactly what they want.
It's a great analogy. It's a great metaphor for a webinar, right?
And we want to just get right in there, give them what they want, and have them actually want to click buy. And want to click buy again and again because you're constantly delivering them great content and increase that conversion. And even if we can increase your conversion by 0.5%, that's real money for you. That's real dollars. That's real value for your business.
Absolutely. And the lifetime value is enhanced when they're more engaged.
Exactly.
It's really the leading edge of innovation. So let me ask you a question. Most of our audience are technical people, but that idea of onboarding is really a tricky concept for some to get. In your words, how would you explain that?
So onboarding really the user registration process, how you take someone who's discovered your application and create a user. So this is something I see as one of the hardest parts in an application.
Hey folks, we're doing an interview, just to let you know there's a camera behind you there. Thank you. No, it's okay, don't apologize.
It's one of the hardest parts in an application's lifecycle, getting that user to take the step to actually register and become a user who's coming back again and again and again. Through Traitify, through our API, we think we can gather that data that will enable you to not only create a user and garner valuable data, but increase your relationship with that user through understanding who they are.
There's the word. It goes from consumer to a person, and it goes from a transaction to a relationship.
Exactly.
It's a yes or no, and I got to say yes to Traitify. So Josh, thanks for being on the App Resource Connect. We're going to circle back with you later on in the year, maybe see how this predictions is playing out. So that sounds great. All right, we're going to roll to the next interview here on the App Resource Connect live from CES Las Vegas 2015.